welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. Okay, yeah, you like that one? Bianca's being funny. Seems like it's streaming appropriately. Bianca's being funny. You can stay in the room, you know.
I have a meeting now.
Oh, okay, bye. I guess you're gonna, you know. Anyways, it seems like news around $10.20. Cool, yeah. Seems like it's around there. Yeah, welcome to Coffee with the Morning, where I basically just live stream. And it's not morning, it's like 2:45. And I just stream what I do on the Near blockchain on a daily basis. I try and do it in the morning. I try and do it daily. I try and do it while I'm having my coffee, but my grandma got home from the hospital. So Grams is stable. Marma J is doing good. And yeah, a lot of this is to support the Marma J Foundation. I guess the majority of what I do is to support the Marma J Foundation. I guess the Marma J Foundation interfaces with the Web3 community through the Marma J DAO. And I guess I should check to make sure the stream and everything is working. I need to get another monitor set up right there. Actually, we're going to Costco today, so maybe I'll buy the desk for it. Actually, yes, we'll buy the desk today, and then that'll be a good start. But yeah, it's always funny. I always just want to make sure the audio's on. Recording a video and losing the audio is the worst. It's like recording a song. I used to record songs and stuff and not catching the audio because you muted your mic one time is the worst. But yeah, got a bunch of proposals here. Astro seems to not be updating on our end. I'll refresh the page here. But this is the Marma J DAO. There's one proposal for our Discord server. The Marma J DAO. We now have the Marma J Foundation now has a Discord server for crypto heroes. Week 8 for rating, we have a server. It's pretty cool. You want to drop in, see what we're doing, click this link in the proposal, and you'll be dropped right in. There's a few other proposals for supporting other proposals in the Creatives DAO, where the Marma J is on the council. Marma J DAO's on the council. Sorry. And yeah, so we go through that stuff. I'm not going to be going through much of this today. Voting now will be voting from the marmaj.near account. Actually, that would make sense. So voting on this one from the marmaj.near account would be reasonable. So let's go through it. Okay. I have terrible OPSEC. Oops. Okay. Let's get it. So we're going to vote on Astro. It's going to redirect to the Near wallet. We're going to approve the transaction. Because we have a ledger, we're going to have to approve here physically as well. And then once it is done authorizing the transaction, it'll redirect back to the application. Cool. There you go. Now, this proposal has been approved. It might take a little while to, figure itself out. But yeah, this proposal is approved. Astro's been updating a bit slow for me today. We have Sodaki Ref Analytics, $91 million of volume today. Okay, not bad. Sorry, TLV. Oh gosh. Volume up though, up 40%, 6 mil, not bad. Marma J token, I think we're gonna try. It's amazing to see tokens from the community now being added to the ecosystem. The Marma J DAO is hopefully gonna be adding quite a bit more liquidity soon. I think it's a great way for us to. It's worked out pretty well so far to teach people how to use the basics of the Near blockchain, the basics of Web3 tech, by distributing fungible tokens. They have to learn how to use storage and use a DEX and all that kind of stuff. And then you can check out how the pairs are doing. So in total, $779 of volume. Not great, but you can kind of see where the volume has been distributed. So mostly on the W near pair. The DAI pair also does pretty well for how much liquidity is added. NUSDO, not great. The ref pair, for how much TLV there is, marmaj XREF does a lot of volume. So might be adding a lot more marmaj XREF volume. Actually today was the day we were going to test this out. So Pixel Pets first. So usually I check things and then we get to, okay, wait, that's not the team. So the first team is the weakest team. Goet, FIPO. Do I have any eggs? No eggs. You get a free egg every time, you refill your balance to fight. And so that's generally how I wait to get pets these days. Okay. Yeah, our weakest team generally gets defeated right away. We're actually hopefully making a Mika pet. If you know who Mika is, that is our lovely pot cake dog from Antigua. So we're partnering with the Pixel Dapps team, hopefully, to make a Mika pet that we can somehow distribute. I think maybe anyone who's added, I shouldn't say now, I guess, but I've had some ideas of how we're going to distribute the pet to the community. Hopefully it could be legendary or, epic. I don't know how strong it'll be. I think it should be really high attack and really weak defense. Because, really high defense is actually very strong in this game. So I don't think it should be very useful or strong. But I would love to see it, just way out. Because Mika's, a really small dog. She's not that big. But she's so aggressive and she has high anxiety and she barks at everyone. And I think it would be super cute. She's super fast. And, so super high speed and damage would be funny. But then super low defense and very low magic, because when she attacks, it isn't actually a strong attack. She has high attack, but there'd be no high crits in my opinion. Very low magic damage, and then she'd get crit really hard in my opinion, so low magic fits her bill. But yeah, so we're gonna fight with our strongest team. Hopefully we'll get a few wins. Our rank is actually quite low. We're kind of hoping to get into the 10,000. So this is going to be a hard match. We'll probably lose it. Yeah, at least one of our... Maybe we'll lose the whole thing. Okay, yeah, we lost. Oh, that was a... Okay, well. If you're going to lose one, CPU.near is the one to lose to, I guess. Good fight. Then we're getting to Crypto Heroes. I've been leveling up my side characters for marmaj, and then the mage is focusing exclusively on raiding. So we can show the raid. So far in the raid party's full. We have Hugh Tran.near. We have Kuo NGLBT.LGLTB.near. Why Not.near. Blastage.near. Fritz Wagner.near. Ocaso.near. Chloe.near. And marmaj.near on the raid. So we can start the raid. I will select my mage and we will start. Yeah. And then there's a kind of an algorithm where a total reward pool for the prize, and then based on how many wins you get, that will kind of help determine what your total allocation is for each member of the team is for the prize pool. I wish there was a little more detail in the algorithm, accounting for each player and how they did. It'd be really cool if party leaders could choose the algorithm. So we could say, hey, we're going to split equally to everyone. Or we can say, hey, you know what? If you win more matches, you're going to get incentivized more. Or maybe if you attempted more matches, even if you lose, we're going to incentivize you more. Because there is a different incentive model. If you raid, you don't end up getting gear, but if you go into I can't even show a dungeon, but if you go into a dungeon, you end up getting gear. We could also forge a few things. I mean, I'm not going to end up forging on stream, but I think in yesterday's stream I showed how you would forge rare items and try and get epics, forge epics and try and get legendaries, all that fun stuff. And you can go on the market. I do usually check the market every time I come on and check for legendaries. I try to. Like, are there any legendaries for sale? There's none right now. Epics, there's not usually any strong ones. We can sort by stat rank and see. Okay, so 3,200 pixel tokens for, okay, a relatively strong epic ranger armor. Not bad. But for the most part, you know, nothing that great in the epic department, in my opinion. And it's all relatively expensive, whatever that means, for this game. Oops. Actually, I wonder, I do generally check PXT price, 6.6 cents, and not much volume. So I think part of the issue with the game generally is that it's hard to get valuable items, and then therefore you have to forge them yourself, which I actually really enjoy as a game mechanic. I just think that it's difficult or expensive. Like, no, it's time consuming, and the UX isn't amazing for forging multiple items at once, for example, or listing multiple, or like interacting with the game. 1 second. Oh. That's hilarious. Okay, so no need. I mean, their characters are dead when they die. They take at least like an hour to recover, 4 hours for the hard level of things. Then we're gonna claim farming rewards off ref. So the new pathway of the day. I laugh because I feel like I change what I do often. Oh, I can withdraw all. I checked it. Was it yesterday we checked this? I cannot remember. But it worked. Through the ledger, you can withdraw 4 tokens at once. Probably because we don't have to add storage for any of them. I'm assuming you can do 4 tokens, but before it wasn't efficient enough, so it also wanted you to add storage for some tokens you already had storage for. But yeah, finally, we can clear that out. Anyways, so I wasn't really planning on doing any sort of a buyback of marmaj tokens, and I think I've changed my mind. So anyways, what we're gonna do is, that's crazy. Why is it going from meta to W near to oh, is it? It's probably still finding me the best price. So this is gonna get, I don't feel like, oh, am I gonna actually, I trust the router. Do I trust the router? So it's gonna be 20.8, but the most liquid pool would be to ST near, right? And then you'd have this much ST near going to Paras. Oh, so it is more. Okay, so if I do it myself, it's more than the router. I'm happy I checked. I get 0.4 more, 0.5 more tokens, half a token more. Okay, so let's go meta, not use the router, right? 20.8 doesn't sound fun. Let's go to the most liquid pool. Get half an ST near. So yeah, the router only goes through like 3 pools at the moment. It's not always the most efficient way of doing things. Ref is planning on updating their router so that it's more efficient, and then hopefully actually competing against some of the bots and such. They already are, I guess, trying to somewhat compete with more complex routing and trades. So we have a little bit of ST near now. Well, now it makes me want. The idea was to buy Paras tokens for fun. Doesn't really make much sense. Ooh, you know what might have been fun? Oh, now I'm curious. Now I just want to check. Sorry, I'm a little bit off topic, but I want to check what it looks like to go to marmaj. Yeah, so this would actually work properly. Sorry, it's going in the right direction. So let's do that. Let's take the meta and let's ST near to W near. What? Sorry. When I try and go from ST near to Marma J, it goes from ST near to W near. So they fixed the routing for. That is so weird. I'm proud of them. That's good. That's good. That's awesome. That's crazy. That's wild to me. So yeah, I'm going way off topic. So yeah, we can stake the Paras. So all the links to all these dApps are in the description of this video. I mostly show it so I can keep track, and also if people ever have questions on how to use these things or they've never used Near before, hopefully you can see like some of the use cases of why someone would use Near or why someone would use Web3 tech, and like we're liquidity mining on Bastion, and yield farming on Aurora or at Trisolaris, and we got some funds in Origami, liquidity mining there as well. Those funds, the majority of this is going to be distributed back to the Marma J DAO, or I should say back just to the Marma J DAO, for added liquidity for the Marma J token. Withdrawn. Oh yeah, so sorry. Tomorrow on the stream we're gonna. I keep messing up my hair. Tomorrow on the stream we're gonna withdraw or update the stream from Paras, claim 151 more, and add it back to the staking. We're just continuing to stake, continuing to try and take part in the governance. I don't even think I've tried. I don't even think they have the governance up yet. They said they were going to start having the governance included soon, so you can like start choosing what the fee should be for the platform. Seems pretty cool. We're working on not an everyday thing, but I am working on a multi-call to get one proposal on the Marma J DAO to send out like 14 or a dozen proposals to other DAOs. It just seems like fun, more just for fun. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much like what I do on a regular basis. We have our server now, so we're kind of like getting together for the rating. We're in multiple difficulties. So, for example, this was the hard difficulty with Marma J.near leading. If you go to the medium difficulty, we have Digipedia, I think, who's running the raid there. I guess it's not ready yet. I can actually double check. Let's see. Yeah, their raid isn't ready yet. But we have incentivized raids from the Marma J DAO to kind of just help people learn about the Near, learn about playing the game, as more of an educational way and a social way to get into Web3 tech. Oh yeah, I definitely didn't finish what I was doing with any of this. So yeah, I'm gonna start putting everything to XREF just because I think it's very fun to play with. Like wrapped tokens on other, like on EVMs, are obviously been played around with and experimented with for a long time. I know like the idea of them is pretty simple, and we do have ST near. Sorry, I mean wrapped as in like interest-bearing tokens, like over epochs, and they get. I think it's really cool, like these assets being added to like Burrow and getting more, like the power of Near being shown off more. So yeah, I think it's fun to have XREF liquidity, not just like having not like instead of W Near liquidity, having ST Near liquidity, instead of having ref liquidity, having XREF liquidity, same kind of thing. But I haven't actually decided what to do about the Marma J side. I was gonna ask the Marma J DAO to request funding to marmaj.near, but I think it's a bit, why? The DAO should have DAO-owned liquidity and it should stay with the DAO, and I should figure out adding my own liquidity. So, xref it up. So for example, that would be a terrible idea, right? Switching xref there like that. But let's do it this way. So first things first, let's send the xref to the marmaj DAO. Okay, there we go. So now we're sending at least 10% of the daily farming rewards to the DAO so that the DAO can add liquidity. And I do want to work on this proposal where you have one proposal that adds liquidity for a pair with the marmaj token as well. Hopefully going to be experimenting with that this week. I probably should have bought marmaj first, eh? What do I have in my wallet? Can't even remember. I have a tiny bit of marmaj. So let's go to... So for now, I want to keep it simple. Like use the meta to buy marmaj tokens. Use the pixel tokens to buy marmaj tokens. And then just add liquidity to xref. Oh, I haven't even added liquidity to it yet. Because then also this way, xref. Yeah. Also this way, what's it called? Like I could just send shares from marmaj.near to the DAO. The DAO already has storage added for the pool and the shares and all of that. So there's actually no issue there. So we send funds to the DAO adds liquidity, we create liquidity on marmaj.near, and if we want to send liquidity back to the DAO, we totally can. We could just, do that. And the rest of the xref that we have sitting there is going to start, we're just going to start saving up xref again on the marmaj.near, what's it called, account, waiting to be added as marmaj liquidity. So I think this also leans more into like Chloe.near and marmaj.near actually requesting the bounties, for example, each week. Because when marmaj.near requests the bounty for playing Crypto Heroes, it's just going to go towards marmaj xref liquidity, for example. When Chloe.near requests the bounty, Chloe.near will probably just send the tokens over to marmaj.near. Like I try and split it up as Chloe.near is like my personal wallet, like for personal enjoyment of the ecosystem. Marmaj.near is an account where it's like my work account, I guess, like my what I do for work, working for the Marmaj Foundation, but at a personal level, as like the founder of the Marmaj Foundation. And then obviously the Marmaj DAO is the community account and the community treasury, how we build out, how the community interacts with Web3 tech. And the way I like it this way is because, Myria is just like I don't even know what to do with the Myria tokens that we have. But at least now, the majority, if we're going to be holding funds in ref, at least it's in xref, so it is arguably, interest bearing at least against the value of ref. We have a bit of W near, so we should probably add, oh, sorry. Yes, we earned W near from the Paras. My bad. W near is also going to swap to marmaj. So we get a tiny bit of like meta. We get a tiny bit of W near, and all these little tiny bits of like funds that we receive from like farming rewards and such. Are just gonna buy marmaj tokens slowly, like half a marmaj in just there, and like the Miria though, there's like nothing there. So like if you go to like the Miria, that's 0.07 Marma J. So not even worth it. What else do we have in here? Pixel tokens won't be sold. They'll be added as Marma J liquidity as well from time to time, probably, or just used in the game to help the guild, the raiding party earn more Marma J tokens. It's funny, we actually have a Paras Marma J pair as well. Very little liquidity there because of the Paras staking. It doesn't seem like an efficient way of using the tokens to add liquidity. It was more of a test before the tokens were available for staking of having the Paras and using the tokens for something that we had just from airdrops or whatever else. Yeah, so that's it for this video. This video was super long. I was kind of just doing things. But yeah, this is how it's going to be for a bit. We're just going to like get XREF, send it to the DAO, add some liquidity for Marma J. We could add liquidity again just to be fancy. Then I'll go take care of Grandma again, take the dog out. Hope everyone here who might watch this in the future or who might be watching it now has a wonderful day. I don't often check the comments, so no comments. Yeah. So if someone leaves a comment, I probably haven't seen it. Yeah, so we're pretty much done adding liquidity for that now. I do hope they add PXT farming again, although the token price is quite low, so I'm not sure farming makes much sense when people don't seem to be understanding the use case behind the token. Or they're not, okay, to understand, they're not finding the use case behind the token already. Farming will just probably dump the token price even more. But it's alright. What's it called? What am I looking for? I'm looking for Marma J XREF, add liquidity. There we go. Yeah, and then I mean the idea, hopefully, of course, is that this can be a way where there's a certain level of measure of tokens we'll be able to distribute, like Marma J tokens, because there's always some sort of liquidity or value being generated in trading fees and such. But yeah, that's all for today. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow a bit earlier. We'll see how much further we get in the raid. So currently 11 kills and a reward is 120 pixel tokens at the end of the week. So we'll see where we get tomorrow. Excited for that. And I'm excited to see what happens with the whole Bastion, Origami, Aurora stuff. The Treasury looks interesting. Where are you? I hope the Treasury starts to show, what's it called? Like liquidity tokens, but hopefully one day. Okay.